Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. I promise to send Obasanjo back to prison when I become president. Ayo Fayoshi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. Thank you very much for continuous support. We appreciate you. God bless you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. Well, Nigerians, something is happening. So, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria who came in, he has been a military president, went to prison, came back and became what? A civilian president in 1999. From that 1999 to 2007, his vice president, the very well-known Atiku Abubakar. Well, a prominent lawmaker in Nigeria who happened to be ostracized to the US because of some drug-related cases died. And Olusegun Obasanjo said the guy escaped justice, with death. That guy should have been, he said something about the dead. And one of the persons that responded back to him was the person of Ayo Fayose, former governor of Ekiti State, who has really, come hard on Olusegun Obasanjo, saying, guy, what do you talk no good now? Saying Olusegun Obasanjo, what you said was not right, is not done at all. It should not be something that you should say. What you have said is not acceptable in any way, form, or kind. Olusegun Obasanjo firmly replied him back, say, you know what? When I die, say anything you want to say after I'm dead. No dead man hears what is being said about him. So there's been this war of words going on back and forth between Olusegun Obasanjo and Fayose, Ayo Fayose, precisely. What we are getting now is, Fayose is saying, I told you, many people are eyeing that presidency. When I become the president, I will send you back to prison. I will send you back to prison. So you can see the South fighting against themselves. How can they now pull strength together, pull resources together, pull, unity together to get to that place to be able to move Nigeria in the right direction? Let's get on to the news and get all the details. I promise to send Obasanjo back to prison when I become president. Ayo Fayose. Former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has promised to send Olusegun Obasanjo back to prison if he becomes president of Nigeria. Ayodele Fayose has recently condemned Olusegun Obasanjo for his comments about the late Buraji Kashamu. Kashamu, a former Ogun State senator and People Democratic Party chieftain, died on Saturday after battling with coronavirus COVID-19 for more than 2 weeks at the First Cardiological Consultant Hospital in Lagos. Obasanjo, in his condolence message to Ogun State government, said while Kashamu's death was sad, his life and history left lessons for those of us on this other side of the veil to behave ourselves. Fayose, in his reaction to Olusegun's statement, said it was regrettable that Olusegun could say what he said about Buraji Kashamu after his death, when he can no longer question him or respond back to him. If he was alive, can Olusegun Obasanjo say what he just said? Can Obasanjo say in good conscience that he did not have some points collaborated with Kashamu, and most of all, Kashamu did politically where he did and collaborated with Fayose in series of events in the country. To the critics, they stated that if you mourn him, you have mourned the dead, and mourning the dead means nothing. He asked Nigerians criticizing his comments about Kashamu to learn from their lives and disease, from the life of the disease, and live well. That was all Olusegun Obasanjo was talking about. Fayose has said if he catches Olusegun Obasanjo when he becomes president, straight back to prison. Well, guys, these are the war of what's going on within our own very own Olusegun Obasanjo and Ayo Fayose, former governor of Ekiti State, saying, if I catch that man called Olusegun Obasanjo, I will deal with him. And people have come up to say, different words. The criticism are high, saying, what do you mean by that? It all started with the words Olusegun Obasanjo said, So Olusegun Obasanjo said, those that are alive should learn from the life of the dead, so that when they are dead, people can say good things about them. We all know that the guy was, from the US. US was waiting for him for some of the actions he has done. This guy was somebody who did not do very well, so to say. I mean, Nigerians, we don't take these things seriously. We take them with levity, and we don't pay attention to the fact that what people are saying about us in the others, I mean, on the other side, what people are saying, what other nations are saying about us, we don't really care. Michael Jackson said, all I really want to say is that they don't really care about us. So he doesn't care about anybody, nobody cares about him, and that is where it is. Life continues. But the truth is, we cannot continue on that pedestal of life. We must give ourselves the opportunity to be able to leave a good name behind, a good legacy. After all, when a man dies, all the money in the world cannot save him. We need to rise up, and we need to speak the truth for once. We need to stop saying, staying on the side of things that does not move this country and does not progress anyone. We need to stay on the side of truth, and we need to be decisive about our decision. We need to speak the truth, and we need to say it without fears or favor. Olusegun Obasanjo speaking to the family, sending a letter of a condolence letter to the Ogun State and to the man's family, said, well, I want to say that the people that are alive should learn from the dead. But this statement vest Fayose in no small way, who has said, you know what, when I become president, I will deal with Olusegun Obasanjo. I will deal with him very well. In fact, it's prison, back to prison, back to prison. No chance at all. This man is going back, and prison he is going. So these are some of the issues plaguing us in the country, where political people who should be coming together to speak against injustice, to speak against evil that is going on, are not doing that, but rather what they are doing is fighting themselves. This is what politicians do. Instead of taking the seriousness and the gravity of what is on ground, look at the life and property of people that have been destroyed in northern Nigeria. Olusegun Obasanjo used to speak, but of late he has been so silent about these things and have become indifferent to them, you see. So what we are saying to Nigerians is, please, instead of fighting ourselves, let us say the truth. Let us fight what we need to fight, and stop blaming ourselves, and stop putting ourselves in the ring. If we do that, we're only giving the people, everybody who does not mean Nigeria well, we're only giving them the opportunity to be able to continue with what they are doing, because nobody is paying attention to their details. Anyway, my people, what do you think? Don't forget to like us, to share, to subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. A very big thank you to you. We really appreciate you. God bless you. Don't forget, you have a voice. Use it. Bye for now.